Hey, good evening and welcome to our 2017 Winter Weather Special. In the next half hour, all of us here on the Storm Track 8 team will give you information you need to get you ready for the upcoming winter weather season. Plus, take a fun look at seasonal forecasting from the scientific to the natural.
And we also want to get you involved here, too, and that's why we have a Facebook Live session going on the Wish TV Facebook page here.
Right.
I love Facebook. And, of course, especially towards the end of the show, we will answer questions you have about the upcoming winter weather season. Any tough questions here, I give them to these guys.
Of course you do.
I already said you got them.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we start with a look at changes made to type of winter weather products that are issued from the National Weather Service. The Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey's here to help walk you through that.
Yeah, and there's a whole host of them, right? Yeah, so over the years, the National Weather Service used a lot of watches, warnings, and advisories to help warn of winter weather. This year, there are some changes to some of those in an effort to streamline the alerting process. Winter weather alerts can be a bit confusing. Advisories, watches, warnings, blizzards, ice, freezing rain, and wind chill. Words are thrown at you to get across what at times can be a very complicated message.
I'll give you an example. What happens if you're in a spot where you're getting a mixture of everything? So, let's say we're talking snow in northern parts of central Indiana, and in southern parts of central Indiana, we're talking freezing rain. Well, what about where that transition zone is?
This year, the National Weather Service, which is responsible for issuing winter weather products like watches, warnings, and advisories, will be simplifying the process to make for a more consistent and easier to understand message. They're doing away with specific advisories and watches. For example, a freezing rain advisory now would become a winter weather advisory, and a blizzard watch now becomes a winter storm watch. The consensus was that the message was getting muddied and confusing at times.
Basically, what's going on here is over the last couple of years, the Weather Service has coordinated with their core partners, broadcast meteorologists, folks in the emergency management community, to help them determine how the message is getting across.
So where do we get the specifics on these updated winter weather products? Ryan says the info will now be posted in the body of the text, which means it falls on meteorologists from the National Weather Service and broadcast media, like here at Wish TV, to convey the message to you.
And the feeling is this will simplify the products for the general public.
So the National Weather Service also wants to emphasize that these changes will not lessen the seriousness of an advisory compared to a warning. Ryan says it's not a downgrade at all, that with an advisory, people should still take the necessary precautions. So bottom line here is, Steph, they're going to completely try to lessen all of the jumble here, and it's going to be our job basically to kind of reiterate what the hazards are going to be. And we know a lot of those hazards certainly are going to be on the roads. Yeah. People need to take precautions.
Exactly, yeah. There's a difference between driving 70 on a nice clear day and then 70 when you factor in snow and ice. And we've seen a number of problems on the roads in adverse weather. Winter weather driving can be tricky since a lot of times you're contending with more than just the cold. You have the snow, ice, and the plows.
City driving is no picnic in the winter.
We really need drivers to take it slow.
In Indianapolis, over 80 trucks are deployed when snow hits the ground to plow secondary streets along with major thoroughfares in the county.
And when most people were focused on Labor Day, we were focused on getting ready for the winter, getting these trucks ready, filling up our salt barns.
Salt barns around the city collectively hold 20,000 tons of salt for this year's winter. They also mix in magnesium chloride that works when temperatures get as cold as 0 degrees.
We put it down whether it's raining or it's about to snow, and the magnesium chloride allows the salt to stick to the pavement so that people can get better traction.
But you won't find city plows on the interstate. The Indiana Department of Transportation, or INDOT, uses their own trucks on the interstates across the state to keep driving conditions ideal.
Our plan is always to keep roads as safe as possible during winter weather, while the snow is falling, and then after the snow is done, to get roads back to normal as quickly as possible.
INDOT uses anti-icing agents to keep the snow and ice loose on the roads for better traction for vehicles. Timing in a weather event is also key for INDOT to keep roads safe for drivers on the interstates.
Lots of variables come into play, and so we're watching all of those, and typically within about 24 hours before the weather event, we have a much better forecast, and we can really fine-tune that plan, making sure that we get the right resources in place at the right times, and getting the right treatment on the right roads.
Whether you're on the interstate or driving throughout the city, cleanup crews plead with drivers to stay alert and cautious.
Please, the drivers are out there to make it safe for you, please yield to the snow trucks.
It's recommended to plan extra time before hitting the roads. Go the speed limit, give plenty of distance between you and other cars, and have a weather kit with blankets and some food.
The city plows also help out residential areas during a snow event, but only if they see at least 6 inches or more of snow. Another concern that was brought up by both INDOT and Public Works is the rate of snowfall, since routes take between around 3 or 4 hours to complete.
All right, Steph, appreciate that. Coming up next here, we have a look at one of the most popular weather publications ever written, the good old Farmer's Almanac. It puts out winter weather forecasts every year. But how accurate are those forecasts? We have the grades coming up.
And many believe that there are clues in nature that will help to tell us what will happen this winter. I'll look at some of the most popular ones as well coming up. But first, we want to test out your winter weather knowledge tonight. So here's the first question. What was the snowiest winter on record in Indianapolis? Was it 1978, 77, 78? Was it 1995, 96, or 2013, 14? You can type your answer in our Facebook Live. We'll have that answer for you coming up on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
Okay, welcome back to our 2017 Storm Track 8 Winter Weather Special. Hopefully you were able to think about our trivia question or search the internet fast to find the answer. What was the snowiest season on record in Indianapolis? 77, 78, 95, 96, or 2013, 2014? The answer will surprise you. It was not 77, 78.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people guessed that. That's why we kind of threw that in there. A lot of people think
Oh,
of
yeah,
that.
the big blizzard there.
Yeah, 2013, 2014, 52.2 inches of snow. Now, one of the most popular publications out there over the years has been the Farmer's Almanac.
But is it accurate? That's a big question here. We took a look at some recent predictions to see how they panned out. The old Farmer's Almanac is the oldest
winter. I don't think there's going to be a lot of snow.
Okay, and what do you wish would happen?
A warm winter and not a lot of snow.
Fair enough. And have you ever heard of the Farmer's Almanac?
Yeah, of course.
You read it all the time? Do you trust it?
No, I don't read it all the time, and I don't think I've read it in years.
They've been pretty prevalent, right? I mean, what are they saying this year? Do you know?
You've heard of the Farmer's Almanac?
Oh, yeah.
Do you read that every year?
Never.
Never read it? Do you think it's trustworthy in terms of a winter forecast?
Well, some people do, but I'm just not that believing, I guess.
I think it's more a wives' tale, but...
Heard of the Farmer's Almanac?
Yes.
Okay, do you read the Farmer's Almanac?
No.
Do you think it's a trustworthy source?
Probably not.
Trustworthy source, don't read it all the time.
Have you heard of the Farmer's Almanac?
Yes, I have.
And you know their winter weather forecast? Do you think that's a reliable winter weather forecast?
I mean, it is what you make it. I personally listen to you guys a little bit more, but I use that as a reference.
Well, how accurate is it? The Old Farmer's Almanac claims 80% accuracy, so we took a look at the last 6 years of forecasts from the Old Farmer's Almanac, and we compare it to what actually happened. Let's look at last winter. The Almanac called for a mild and wet winter across central Indiana. What really happened? It was indeed a mild winter, the second in a row, and one of the warmest since 2000. Snowfall was well below average with less than 10 inches of snow for January and February. In fact, we ended the entire winter season nearly a foot below average, the lowest amount since 1998, and precipitation an inch below normal. The end result, the Old Farmer's Almanac did well on temperatures and poor on precipitation and snow. In fact, out of the 6 years, only one winter, 2014-2015, had a correct prediction of both precipitation and temperature, and only had 4 of 6 at least partially correct, either temperature or precipitation. That's only good for 67%. For total accuracy, only 17%, a far cry from the claimed 80% success rate. In fact, the Almanac breaks down forecasts by weeks, even a year in advance in some cases. To forecast to that type of detail over that duration of time is at best a crapshoot. Here's an example of a forecast back in October, which called for chilly temperatures with a chance of rain and snow. What really happened? Well above average temperatures, in fact, near record-setting at times, with rain over the first few days of the week. So for inquiring minds here, what does the Almanac call for this year? A mild and wet winter around most of central Indiana, with mild and snowy conditions expected in the northern portion of the state. All right, and the Farmer's Almanac here is just one historic way that people get their winter forecast.
A number of other people looked at different other methods and signs from nature about the winter may hold. Take a look and see if any of these ring a bell. And also on our Facebook page, we're still streaming live. Let us know what you think of these or if you've seen anything else that you look for. Ah, yes, Randy, 'tis the season for football, falling leaves, and pumpkin spice everything. And a little over a month from now, we're going to see our first day of winter. But will we see the same kind of winter we've seen the past couple of years? Mild temperatures, low snowfall totals? Well, in the special so far, we've covered the real science behind our long-term winter forecast. But like the Robert Frost before me, I've taken the long-term forecast path less traveled by compiling 8 of the most common folklore forecasting elements and getting feedback from you on social media. Now, I've created this fail-proof forecast method to tell you exactly what kind of winter we're going to see this year in central Indiana. Maybe. One of the most recognizable of the 8 is the woolly bear caterpillar. You're probably seeing these around. Legend says the more black bands a caterpillar has, or the thicker those bands are, the more severe the winter will be. Now, according to Charlene and Elda, and these photos, unfortunately, here on social media, it's looking like a harsh winter here in Indiana by these all-black caterpillars, so we're 1 for 1 in the cold winter category. Now, leaves, when they fall while still green or when they peak ahead of time, it tends to be a good indication of a mild winter, according to legend. Unfortunately, so far, we've seen a pretty average peak here in central Indiana. A lot of color in the leaves, according to some of the pictures I've seen flowing on in. So the verdict there is also a cold winter. We're 2 for 2. The third, and another popular winter prediction method, the persimmon seeds, or more importantly, what shape is inside the seed when you cut it in half, be it the spoon, the knife, or the fork. According to Patty on Facebook, it's looking like a shoveler with the spoon shape inside of the seed. Flowers, now we're 3 for 3. Flowers are the next one down the list. It's not looking good, by the way, if you're hoping for a warm winter. Flowers, when they bloom once in the spring, again in the fall, that's a good sign of a cold, harsh winter. Robin and Teresa both reported their flowers are still blooming well into November. And now we're 4 for 4. Hopefully we can turn things around as we work our way through the last 4 here. An apple skin, the tougher that is, it hints towards a colder winter according to folklore. Unfortunately, Byron, he got his hands on a real bad apple, I think, and unfortunately it looks like it's indicating that we need to get a bigger coat. October 9th. This one's a little bit more straightforward. This folklore says that the more sunshine that we have on October the 9th, the following winter will be very cold. We only saw about 30% cloud cover that day. That means we're going to see about a 70% very cold winter, it looks like, according to folklore, and it's not looking good. We have two to save us. Summer weeds, hedge apples. Let's talk about the weeds. The taller those are in the summer months, according to folklore, that means the snow is going to be a little bit deeper as we work way into the winter. And if anything is an indication of Brenda's neighbor's weeds and how excited she is, you might not be very excited because that indicates, again, another cold and snowy winter. We have one last element, hopefully, to turn things around. That's hedge apples. The Osage orange tree's fruit makes this list, and according to Sci and folklore, it's looking like another cold winter here. Too long, didn't read. You can see, again, that's 8 for 8. So if you're not a fan of wintry weather, this may not be the year for you in central Indiana if common folklore is any indication. I'm Storm Track 8's meteorologist, Brad Moussart.
Thanks, Brad. I don't know if I've ever seen 8 for 8 kind of going one way or the other out there. All right, coming up next, if you've heard of El Nino or La Nina, which one is expected to be in place for this winter, and what could it mean for central Indiana? We'll take a look and also discuss what we think about the winter weather season.
Plus, a reminder to keep those Facebook Live questions coming. We'll answer some for you during the break and later in the show. Oh, now we're here with our next trivia question. What is the coldest temperature on record in Indianapolis? Is it -30 or 30 below, -27 or 18 below? You can answer your Facebook Live questions over on our Facebook page, and we'll have your answers coming right up after the break.
Thanks for staying with us. Let's take another look at our trivia question. What is the coldest record temperature recorded in Indianapolis? This one may have been tricky. The answer is -27 back on January 19th of 1994. Some of you may have guessed 36 below. Well, that was set in New Whiteland, not Indianapolis, but it was set on that same day. Ken?
Man, who did these questions? Trickeration going on here. Yeah. All right, in addition to folklore and non-traditional methods of forecasting, some patterns in the atmosphere and the oceans offer hints as to what the winter weather may look like. Here's a look at what may influence this winter's weather pattern for central Indiana.
I think it's going to be warm, but I've got a couple of weeks planned in Mexico just in case.
Everybody has an opinion of what the weather may be like this winter, and some a contingency plan. So, what will the winter look like? It used to be a nearly impossible question to answer, but in recent decades, a better understanding of ocean patterns and atmospheric interactions led to better outlooks of what may transpire during the winter months. This research is crucial because winter weather events can play a big role in the nation's economy. Your heating bills plus local and state budgets thrive or suffer based on winter weather. When it comes to factors that can control the winter, it's an alphabet soup of names of patterns that would take hours to explain. So for today, we'll dive into a few of the bigger factors that could play a role in our winter weather. By now you have heard of El Nino and La Nina.
Well, the signals are pointing more and more that we're going to be in a La Nina state.
El Nino or La Nina usually plays a large role in determining what the winter may hold, but it's far from the only factor. Most signs point to a La Nina event this winter. La Nina refers to cooler than average waters in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. This impacts the airflows here across the atmosphere. If La Nina is the main pattern, the southern U.S. tends to be warm and dry, while the northern U.S. tends to be colder and wetter. The main storm track tends to cut across the middle of the country, and that's what makes central Indiana's forecast tricky. A slight shift to the north could lead to warmer, drier air or more rainfall as a precipitation type. If the track shifts a little bit farther to the south, we could be colder and snowier. Now let's look at another factor, the North Atlantic Oscillation. This is a pattern in the atmosphere that can lock in cold across the eastern U.S. for weeks. The cold air is locked into the east U.S. when it's what's called a negative phase. Since it is an atmospheric phenomenon, it's much harder to forecast, usually about 2 weeks in advance. Last year, another feature influenced the La Nina pattern, a large area of high pressure that developed in the southeast U.S.
And depending on the strength of that feature, it can have some impacts in how our winter is felt at times here. We can get warmer weather coming up into the area. I think that was partly why we were so warm in February this past year.
That fluctuation we spoke of is the main reason why there isn't a definitive weather pattern that sets up for winter in central Indiana during La Nina. Let's look at the stats for a borderline moderate La Nina event. 17 winters since 1950 have seen a moderate La Nina. The majority of those have seen cooler than average temperatures, but note that last year was one of the milder ones. Precipitation has been mainly wetter than normal, with close to 60% of the years showing above normal precipitation. Snowfall has been fairly low as well. 10 of the 17 years, or about 60% of the winters, have seen below normal snowfall. But no matter what happens, hopefully we can enjoy some of the weather this winter. And that's what makes seasonal forecasting so tough. Many factors have to be weighed to try to make a seasonal forecast, and many of those you can't forecast for more than a few weeks in advance, and that's why the forecast is so hard. So kind of want to go around the table here and kind of get some thoughts on the winter weather here so far. I guess I'll start. I think that we'll see probably maybe slightly below normal temperatures and maybe slightly above average snowfall as a result of that.
I think temperatures stay right around average, but I think snowfall with the storm systems coming through via La Nina, at least it'll be more wet. Now, whether that's wintry or not, with the average temperatures, I think I'm going to go right down the La Nina forecast.
I kind of will stay along the line of average just because of the laws of average, because we have been so below normal the past couple of years. Something that I think will be interesting that Mike Ryan did mention there was the active storm track, and I think maybe ice does play a little bit of a factor as well, so that's something that it could be a busy winter to keep an eye on.
I agree. I think it's going to be a very active winter here. But I am a snow lover, and I know that the last 2 winters we barely had 10 inches of snowfall, so we are really due here for above normal snowfall. So with that in mind here, depending upon the storm track, how much cold air is around, I'm going to call for 42 inches of snow.
Man. So accurate.
From the first inch to the last inch here, and I think temperatures will average between 1 and 2 degrees below normal.
And do you want to know what I like about your guess, Randy, or your forecast is that you have been so on it. That's what your original one was too. I think I'm going 21 inches, and we have solid proof on Twitter. We have a picture of it, so I think we're going to probably be around normal for our snowfall.
Write it down. Write it down. Write it down. So, hey, coming up next, we'll go over your Facebook questions and comments on the air. So, answer those right now.
That's right. We have one more trivia question for you. The answer actually was given in Ken's story there. If you look briefly, since 1987, how many years have produced above average snowfall of 25.9 inches? Is it 8, 13, or 20? Enter your answer on our Facebook Live, and we'll have it for the answer coming up right after this.
Welcome back to our 2017 Winter Weather Special. Let's give the answer to our final trivia question of the night. Since 1987, how many years have produced above average snowfall? The answer, 13 years, with the last occurrence back in 2013. So it's been a little while.
And well, of course, with the above normal temperatures that we had last season, as we talked about, didn't get 10 inches of snow. That kind of shut it on down there. So
right.
We kind of want to take this last segment here, and folks have been kind of chiming in on Facebook, asking stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people are commenting, and I'll tell you what, Rand, I don't like to get you a big head, but a lot of people, because I think a lot of it goes along the lines of we haven't had much snow the past couple of years. They all love your prediction. Now, I don't know if it's just because they love you.
Well, those are the snow lovers.
Those are the loyal Randy Allis fans. But a lot of people are guessing on a lot of these. I think it was fascinating about the first trivia question we had that everybody wanted to go back to the 77, 78 winter being the snowiest. And that growing up in Indiana, that was the benchmark in terms of that. So.
And there's an anniversary on that coming up.
Yes, it is.
Here in January as well. So something to keep an eye on that for as well. So, well, thank you very much for your participation in Facebook, and thank you for joining us tonight for the 2017 Winter Weather Special. We want to give a special thanks to Chapman Heating and Cooling. And remember, we have a forecast at 10 and 11 tonight.